Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be teaching you about a topic of manifestation and a method that I've come up with to really help teach you guys and to really help change your lives. And if you've not been watching my past few videos, I suggest you watch them. If you have been, then this is going to piece together very perfectly for you. But this manifestation method is literally talking about how you can manifest exactly what you want and for you to be 100,000% sure of what you're getting based on some of the principles I've taught in the previous videos. If you're not sure, make sure you check them out in detail because it won't make as much sense. But this video is going to talk to you about how you can manifest what you want very fast and very quickly and correctly without any tampering of vibrations. And you're going to get exactly what you want because you're going to control this outcome. Now, of course, God controls everything, but we have to control ourselves, and this is exactly what we're doing in this video. So, I've been teaching you guys about sometimes you guys have been manifesting things, and you're like, why is this taking so long? Or like, what's going on? It's because you're doing counter manifestations all day long for the one thing that you're trying to manifest. For example, for some of you who have been manifesting, I am rich and wealthy, and then when you go to 7-Eleven and your friend says, hey, can you give me some gum? And you say to your friend, I'm broke, I can't get you gum. You just countered your manifestation times 100,000. You just took your manifestations from earlier where you're in meditation mode, I am rich and wealthy, and you just stuck a knife in the back of your own manifestations. So this manifestation, and you don't even know it. That's the craziest thing. Most of you are killing your manifestations and you don't know it. It's all of what you're doing besides what you're actually wanting to do. Like I said in the previous videos, I've taught about everything is spiritual currency. You are paying for everything you do in the spiritual realm. Everything we do, when we pay attention to something, when we pay our thoughts to something, we pay our actions towards something, we pay our words to saying something. What do I mean by this? Is everything is energy, everything is currency. Energy is the form of currency in the spiritual realm. So when you say, I am rich and I am wealthy, you just paid, and I'm going to stick with this example because it's really helpful and it's very accurate. So basically, if you think to yourself, I am rich and wealthy, that's 1 pesos, $1, 1 spiritual currency point. Now if you say it out loud, it's 30. If you start acting on it in a certain way, like you're doing some kind of actions, or like whatever your actions are doing to align up to that point of you being rich and wealthy, like maybe you're messaging people who are going to help you do something. You're checking you're putting in some kind of action that you don't really know that you're doing based on what you thought and what you said, and that was actually becoming a reality for you because once you get to the actions part. So thoughts are ones, words are 30s, and actions are hundreds. And some of these get shoveled out very quickly. So the thoughts, it's okay if, at that point, it's just thoughts. If you can confront the thoughts and be like, okay, you're just a thought, you're worth ones. Versus, and it's okay, because we're not going to be able to delete every thought right away. So if you can stop it at thoughts and be like, okay, you don't really bother me because you're just worth ones. It's just like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Versus you start speaking on it, you start talking about it. Every time you talk about it, it's 30 points. Everything we say is an affirmation. People don't even realize that. It's actually the strongest affirmations occur when you don't even know you're making them. It's crazy because what people teach about affirmations, it's correct, but all these counter affirmations are occurring throughout the day. So this manifestation method I'm going to teach you right now is very simple. This is about basically confronting everything you're saying. Making sure the words leave your mouth and play different scenarios in your head as to how the words are going to echo into the world and as to if they're serving you or if they're not serving you. Now, for this manifestation method, do it on like a weekend. Do it on a day where you're not going to be talking to many people, not going to be going out. And even if you do have to talk to people, just watch your words very carefully and be like, I wonder if these words are going to help me or if I wonder if these words are going to hurt me. And now really think about it. So now you're at the point of, let's give an example. you haven't said anything all day. Maybe your goal is to manifest more abundance, more wealth. So just pay attention to what you say, starting from when you wake up. Do your affirmations. You can say them 3 times, you can say them 6 times, 9 times, whatever. If you like the 3-6-9 method, you can do that. But pay attention and just put something out there that's positive. Be like, okay, and consciously be like, okay, I feel like something good's coming to me. Something good's gonna happen. Like, I am achieving abundance. I am achieving everything good right now. And then that's been put into the world. There's your 30s. You can say it a few more times throughout the day. It's just a few more 30s. But remember, the 30s. If there's nothing going against the 30s, the ones countering the 30s is not going to be as much unless there are too many ones, which is too many thoughts. The 30s are your words. So you're putting these words out. They're echoing vibrations into the universe, into the mechanism that we're in, the fishbowl that we're in, and it's bouncing off the walls and it's doing certain things. But here's a challenge. I would like you guys to really stay silent throughout the day after doing your affirmations and really watching what you're saying, really monitoring what you're saying. Be like, okay, when you go to talk to someone, record mentally what you're saying in the conversation and kind of ask yourself, wait a second, am I saying anything in this conversation that's going to be accidentally manifesting? Anytime, and even I have a meme that went viral. The songs you sing out loud, yeah, they manifest too, because you're subconsciously saying it and you're giving, and songs are worth like 45 pesos, points, spiritual energy dollars. If anything, they're worth 50s, because you don't even realize you're singing them and they're actually affirmations. And sometimes they're actually hurting you because, well, most of the time, if it's a bad song, it's going to be hurting you, but you just paid energy to something you might have wanted or not wanted. You're paying regardless. When you say something, when I say something, when anyone says something, they're paying their energy into what they just said, and it comes back to them. So try staying quiet for the next few days if you can. I mean, some people don't have the option. You might have to go to work, you might have to talk to family. If you have to talk to family, just keep it brief. Be like, okay, I'm on some kind of like journey right now. Or you can just talk to them as normally, because I know some of you have to interact. And just even when you talk to them, pay attention to what you're saying in the conversations. And some of you are actually going to notice, like, wait a second, the things that I just said to my family member, they might potentially be manifesting something else that has nothing to do with what I'm manifesting towards. And this method's going to really help you. Now, how does this work? It's because you're constantly, like I said, you're paying your energy towards certain things. When you say something, it's 30s, and then it leads to actions. So this is catching it at the 30s before they go to hundreds, because the hundreds is, I'll make a different video about that, but you have to start catching what you guys say, because some of you, for example, if someone is, and like I made an example about a zit a few nights ago, and I actually got a zit after saying the video, and I'm like, I knew it was going to happen, but let me just use this as a test again, because the zit's not even on my face anymore. That's actually what happens if you pay attention to a zit, and who knows, I mean, you can use this example on a zit. So if you have a zit, don't look at it, don't speak on it, don't act on it, don't pay it any attention, don't give it light. It's not there, it doesn't exist anymore. It might be there for a day or two, but once you kill its existence off and you forget it's even there, which I'm making another sacrifice by talking on video saying, oh, I had a zit. Okay, no, notice it. I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't touch it. I didn't look at it. I didn't change anything about myself, etc. It's a manifestation. And I mean, some things that we actually manifest are just minor zits and hiccups because we've manifested them. They're things that we don't even want in our reality. They're things that just kind of show up and we want something else. We need something else, but that's exactly why you have what you don't want. It's because we attract what we already have. If you're out here wanting and you're out here needing and you're feeling all these different emotions and you're speaking on the emotions, you're questioning these emotions, you're acting on the emotions, you are putting ones, 30s, hundreds out at a time. So if you can just catch it at the ones, that's the best thing you can do. And this is a lot of self-work. This might not be easy for some of you. This might not be easy in general, but you'll find some new things about yourself and it'll help you manifest way better. For example, people are like, I have wishes that's never came true. I'm like, my wishes never come true. People will say that to me, and I'm like, that's an affirmation. When you say all of my wishes come true, every last wish I've ever made or have made, all of my wishes come true. You put positive expectation on it, you affirm it, then once you're saying it and you're not doing anything to counter it, guess what? You're just getting lucky now. Like, wait a second, my wishes do come true. Every last wish I ever make does come true. And your mind starts piecing together evidence, things start presenting themselves to you, but it's because you put the ones, the 30s, and the hundreds towards it coming true versus you looking for reasons it's not coming true. Then you're paying attention to, and you're giving the 130s and hundreds to things that you don't want manifesting. And these turn to thousands very quickly. And it's just, it happens very, very fast. So you can kill off certain things from your reality and pay attention to things that you want coming towards you by controlling what you say. This method is literally stopping to teach you guys on what you're saying. Because once you stop asking, and this is actually where it gets a little confusing, because even the questions that we ask are things that'll manifest. So if we ask a question and say, oh, am I going to get this job? Am I going to get this job? Like, am I going to get this job? Versus, I am going to get this job. I don't know how, but I am. And you might not believe it, but it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. You just put the 30s into that. You put constant 30s, and then it'll make the hundreds go even more. And if you forgot my example by now, the hundreds are actually actions, and the 30s are words, because the words will lead up to actions. Thoughts lead to words lead to actions lead to you're getting the cycle going. And this is just something you're manifesting. So if you can't correct yourself, you're going to be living a life you don't want to live, out of want and need and not having what you want, because you didn't take the sacrifice in confronting yourself to become a higher, better version of yourself. It might be painful for about a week. 9 days. You do this method for 9 days. You're going to see something. You're going to see something. It doesn't matter. And the goal is to just set and forget. The second you start questioning it in your head, oh, it's fine. It's true. Their words. Your thoughts are worth ones. These are electricity, but the electricity, because the brain produces like static and electricity, and it's putting frequencies off. It's okay. It's only ones. Versus, when you start saying stuff, it's echoing off the walls, and those frequencies are 30s, and they're attracting certain conditions, certain circumstances for you that kind of put you either back or forward. Whatever you paid for is something you just got, but you didn't really realize you just paid for it because you weren't conscious of what you were thinking, saying, and then doing. Because once you're conscious of what you're doing, those are with hundreds. So let's just say, ooh, this is a good one. You're waiting for a check in the mail, right? So you're manifesting a check in the mail. And this is how some of you can manifest checks very fast. And believe me on this one, it's actually very easy to manifest a random check. Because if you put it out there, and then you expect it, and then you set it and forget it, you made some mold, or you sowed a seed, so that some random kind of check would come to you. Most of you will get it from a college way back then, or it'll come to you in a few months, it'll come to you in a few weeks. It depends. If you're someone who doesn't get checks ever, it's going to take a lot longer, but it's going to come. So when it comes to that, you're like, okay, I'm going to get a check. Maybe it's from whatever, and you can manifest specifically like, okay, I'm manifesting it as a check in a healthy, happy way, not from an accident. So you're being specific now. Now, you just manifested it, so you put it into the universe. You put it out there. Even if you put it out there with the 30s you just paid now, it might come back in 2 years, and you don't even realize it. It's just something random you put out that's going to come back anyway. Now, the 30s, maybe you'll do some kind of action. So instead of just paying a 30 towards it, you're paying 100 towards it. So the action is, now you have 130 points into the spiritual realm of you manifesting something. So I'm turning this manifestation thing into like more of an energy system, like a currency system, because it's not Bitcoin or anything like that. No, this what you pay attention to is actually what you pay your attention to. You ever hear some people be like, oh, that person, this song lives rent-free in my head. Yes, it does. Because yes, it does. You just literally hit the point, you hit the nail on the head. And that song is doing whatever it wants because it's in your head. Now put a song in your head. The song is, okay, I have a random check coming to me, right? Now what do you do next? You expect, you forget, it's going to come to you at some point just because you put it out there. Now, when you start paying for that to not come to you, now if you're like, what's an example? Okay, maybe this check isn't coming. Those are just ones. Those are thoughts that just have ones. Now, the 30s are, you start questioning, you start asking people like, do you think I'm going to get the check? That's a 30 towards you not getting a check. Now, you going outside to check your mailbox, that's 100 to you not getting a check because you expected it. You're checking even though out of uncertainty. Like I said, everything is spiritual currency, everything's spiritual payments. This manifestation method I taught you in the video, it's stopping you guys at the words. So what you'll do correctly is the ones are, okay, some kind of random check is coming, it doesn't matter. The 30s are, all right, like you're just talking about it. Like, yep, the check's coming, doesn't really matter. It could be talking to yourself or talking to someone else. When you talk to someone else, it's worth a little more than 30 points, but the hundreds is you doing something to attract a check. Like maybe you're putting out some kind of artwork. Okay, those are hundreds towards you getting a check. Versus you checking an empty mailbox and you're like, where is it? And you're paying for it not to come to you. I hope you guys are getting this energy system currency thing that I'm teaching you guys about because it's going to really help some of you become master manifestors. And it makes you a lot more conscious because we literally pay attention. We pay attention. We give our energy towards whatever we are focusing on and how we're focusing on it, what the intention behind us focusing on it is. So just this manifestation method just stops you at what you're saying. So it'll evaluate, you'll go silent, you look at what you're saying, and you pick and choose. You ask yourself and question every word you just say and be like, okay, even if I just said this for 3 seconds, is this going to go for me or against me? Is this paying for something I want or paying for something I don't want? This method should be very simple for you guys. Watch the past few videos I just posted. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Like I said, this video is a little more complex and complicated, but it's going to help you become a master manifester, and it's going to be something that lasts. It's going to be knowledge that you hold, and not knowledge that you find a random YouTube channel, a random TikToker YouTube channel, and then give you some kind of manifestation method that you forget in 3 days because it didn't work for you. Versus this gives you the dynamics. It lets you know how things work. It makes you actively conscious because when you think you're not manifesting, you're manifesting even more than you thought you were. So become conscious just by stopping at what you say. It's okay to have certain thoughts that go against what we're going to manifest. But if you stop it right then and there, you're fine. As long as it doesn't turn to words, which are the 30s. And then the words will turn into accidental actions. You won't catch the accidental actions. You won't. You won't even know what they are. That's why you're stopping them at the words. So correct your words. If this is, I would like one person to try this. Go the whole day without saying anything. The whole day without saying anything, like a day of silence. And all you say throughout the day is your affirmations. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. It works like magic. Because all you put out today, you didn't put anything else out by accident, maybe with your thoughts, but you stuck to the affirmations and you're just making magic happen. This is an awesome way to manifest, and some of you are really gonna like turn it up. Go play scratch off tickets, do something, because this this method works. Try it for 7 to 9 days. If it doesn't work the 7 to 9 days, it doesn't matter because it's not about it working in 7 to 9 days. It's about you getting in the habit of it working and you understanding the full dynamics behind it. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao!